Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into an 8K filing from Beam Global, and let me tell you, it's a bit like changing horses mid-race, except instead of horses, it's accounting firms. Beam Global filed this report on April 24, 2025. This document is called an 8K, and companies use it to tell investors about big important events. This time, it's about a change in their accounting firm. Basically, Beam Global switched from one accounting firm, Markham LLT, to another CBIZ CP as acquired Markham's business earlier in November 2024. It's like one company buying another, and in this case, it involved the people who check Beam Global's financial records. Now, why is this important? Well, accounting firms are like referees for a company's finances. They make sure everything is accurate and follows the rules. So when a company changes its accounting firm, investors want to know why. In this case, Markham resigned, but it seems like the change was prompted by the acquiring of their business by CBIZ CPAs in November after the company's audit committee gave the approval. CB 2020 gave the approval, CB 25 for the rest of the fiscal year. The report mentions that Markham's audits for the past 2 years, 2024 and 2023, didn't have any major red flags. There were no disagreements about how Beam Global was handling its money or presenting its financial information controls. The filing explains a few technical things, saying that there were no big disagreements or reportable events between Beam Global and Markham, as defined by something called Regulation SK. It also says that Beam Global wasn't shopping around for a particular opinion on their finances. It's worth noting the mentioned material weaknesses about the internal control. This means the company has acknowledged some issues with how they manage their finance internally. It's not something to ignore. The company could be more prone to errors and misstatements. To make sure everyone is on the same page, Beam Global gave Markham a copy of this 8K report and asked them to confirm that they agreed with everything in it. Markham provided a letter dated April 25, 2025, which is included as an exhibit to the report. This letter is basically Markham saying, yep, what Beam Global said about us is accurate. This letter basically confirms that Markham agrees with everything Beam Global said in the report. This is a standard procedure to ensure transparency and avoid any confusion or disputes later on. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Beam Global makes products that help people charge electric vehicles with solar power, like the EV Arc, which generates and stores electricity from the sun. They have a few other products as well, like the solar tree and charging stations for government and business customers. Their focus on renewable energy is definitely timely, and they have seen some growth. So what does all of this mean? Well, the change in accounting firms itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes companies switch firms for various reasons like cost or specialization. In this case, it seems like the acquisition of Markham by CBIZ CPAs was the main driver. However, investors should pay attention to those previously mentioned weaknesses in Beam Global's internal controls over financial reporting. These weaknesses previously identified by the company in their annual report need to be addressed to ensure the accuracy and reliability of their financial statements. Overall, Beam Global seems to be in a growing sector, but it's important to keep an eye on their internal financial controls. It also should be noted that Beam Global has recently changed its name to Amperian Inc. in December of 2023 with no changes to their overall business. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment and subscribe for more Corporate Decoder videos.